We can't do the whole video like this. There's so much going on. You're definitely gonna need setting spray today. Gabe was his code name, by the way, because how long does it take to pop a crown back on? Oh God. Hi guys! It has been so long since I have talked to you guys. It has been so long since I have picked up this camera, since I have turned on this camera, since we have been sitting here at my vanity. But welcome back and welcome to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Ashley, but they call me A-True. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. It is a long time coming. I think it has been 7, if not 8 weeks since I have posted or filmed anything on YouTube. I am so excited to be doing today's video. I can't wait to talk to you guys. I can't wait to tell you what has been going on with my life, what I've been up to, and just get back into the swing of things with vlogging and making videos for you guys. I've missed it so much. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. But first, I feel like we need to address, I don't know why I'm so orange on camera. I don't have any fake tan on right now. Otherwise I would be like, oh, it's my fake tan, but it's not. I don't have any on right now. It's so funny because earlier this morning I set up the camera and tested out if this is where I wanted to film this video, and the lighting was so good. So I don't know if it's because it's later in the day, but the window is all the way over there, so I don't know. I feel like if I get closer I'm a much more normal color, but we can't do the whole video like this. So anyway, alright, so I thought it might be really boring and kind of a bummer of a comeback video if I just literally stood here and talked to the camera and did absolutely nothing. So I'm going to also be doing a get ready with me. I can tell you guys the products. I guess that could be something fun and make it more of a get ready. I didn't plan to, but now I kind of want to. So I've already done my skincare. I have been loving my skincare routine, but that is why I look like a glazed donut. But look at my skin. She's so glowy and hydrated. She's thriving. It's also the happiness. So there's that. But since my skincare is already done, and also I won't be wearing this makeup for very long, so I'm not using a primer. I'm first going in with my Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator, medium coverage from Urban Decay. This is what I use for foundation. I love it. It's really buildable. I typically like full coverage. This is medium coverage, like it said, but it's buildable, so it's fine. But it's pretty good for if you don't want a full face. In case you're new around here and you don't know, I almost never wear makeup. I only wear it for special occasions or going out and doing things, which is what I'm doing today, because today is Mother's Day, so I'm taking my mom out to Ulta actually, so that way she can pick out some skincare stuff if she wants, because she's always asking to borrow mine, and we have very different skin types, so it's just not a match. And I don't mean color wise, I mean actual skin type. But also I'm the palest person ever, so if you're oh, she was orange and now she's a literal ghost, that is why. But anyway, I have a whole list here of things that I need to tell you guys about while I get ready, so we can't talk about makeup the whole time. But let's just start out with where I've been, why I haven't been posting. Typically on my channel, if you have been subscribed for a long time, when I take breaks from YouTube, it is because I'm typically depressed, something's going on in my life that is just making me so sad that I don't have the energy to film, or I don't want to film, or I have nothing to film because I'm not going out and doing things. And that's pretty much what my channel is. It's a lifestyle channel, I just kind of film my life. Next, I'm going in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer. I don't love this. I will not be repurchasing, but I need it, so we're gonna put it on anyway. I feel once I go in with a blender on this, I feel this takes off my foundation. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Do you see now there's that red space between the concealer and the foundation? I don't know why it does that. So yeah, I don't love this concealer. Maybe it's the beauty blender. Watch it not be the concealer's fault. Back to what I was saying. Typically when I take breaks from YouTube, it is because I'm depressed. Usually things that make me depressed are boy problems or money problems. So I wouldn't say that I have Like, I don't have the depression where, like, it's diagnosed by a doctor, like a chemical imbalance, but it's just, like, you know, that sadness that comes along with, like, heartbreak or losing a job, like, you know, things like that. But for the first time ever, this break that I took from YouTube was super unintentional, and I didn't see it coming, and it was not because I was depressed, and in fact, it's because I was the complete opposite. And I can't believe I'm, like, saying this on my channel. Like, I feel like for people who have been following me for a long time, like people who have been with me for years, since like 2015, when I posted my first video, they're gonna be like so happy, because everyone in my actual life is so happy. But your girl right here, the one in the camera, she has a boyfriend. An incredible boyfriend. Like, he is beyond amazing. He is so sweet and kind and generous and loving, and he's just amazing from top to bottom, like start to finish. Like, I don't have any complaints, you know? I mean, complaints that are like real complaints. Obviously, like, nobody is perfect, and he has his flaws. I have my flaws. The way that I describe him to people is like, he is the definition of it's the little things. Like, he does these things every, like, once in a while that just show how much he cares and how much he likes me, and it's beyond wonderful. Like, I'm so happy. But it's very, like, unexpected. It's like a long story, so I'm not gonna, like, waste our time with telling you the whole thing, but let's just say for about a month, maybe 2 months, no, maybe a month, I didn't even know if he liked me back. And so I kind of had to wait and, like, put in my time. And during that time, I was still posting, not him, obviously, or things that I did with him, but we were, like, in the talking stage while I was still posting. And then, like, the beginning of April, when I stopped posting, is when we kind of started dating, and then he made it official at the end of April. And now we're about halfway through May. So the time that I've been gone from YouTube is, on one hand, like, because of him, but not because he, like, is stopping me, but because I just now spend my weekends with him, and he has voiced that he does not wish to be on camera, so you'll never meet him. But so it's hard to film, you know, when I'm with him. I don't know, I guess just because I knew that he didn't like to be on camera, I just never thought to, like, bring the camera over, you know, like, try to film something while I was there with him. I work Monday through Friday, and then I usually go over there Friday nights, and I'm there until Monday morning when I leave for work. So weekends used to be when I would film and edit my videos, and now my weekends are kind of full. But he is absolutely wonderful, as I've mentioned, and, like, 2 weeks ago, I think he kind of noticed that I wasn't posting, because he obviously, like, he's subscribed to my YouTube channel because he's an angel, and he, I think, just noticed that I wasn't posting the way that I was before we got together, and he just made a comment like, you know, I want to make sure that, like, you still get to do the stuff that you like to do, because on the weekends it seems like we just kind of do, like, my stuff, you know, even though stuff that he likes to do is stuff that I like to do too. Like, we've gone camping a couple times, which I like to do. We go out to the movies, because I love to go to the movies. Sometimes we do stuff he likes to do, like, he likes to go to the gym. I don't like to go to the gym, but I go with him. I've gone with him once. You know, so he was like, I feel like we're only doing my stuff, and I want to make sure that, you know, we make time for your stuff. Like, if you want to set a time or time aside for you to film or edit, like, we can, which is just so nice of him. And so I'm actually not with him today, though, because today is actually Mother's Day. So he is working, and then he's going to his mom's, and I'm spending it with my mom. I was like, I should make more of an effort. Like, YouTube is something that I really enjoy. I do miss posting. I was working really hard towards this goal, and it just kind of went to the back burner when I started dating him, because I really didn't know how to film with him and still spend time with him. And I think just because I enjoy spending time with him so much, that I really didn't put a lot of effort into figuring it out. So now that's going to change, and now I'm going to. So don't worry, I don't plan on going anywhere again. But yeah, that is the biggest news and the biggest reason as to why I've taken a break from YouTube, because I was just in a new relationship, or am, I guess. We're still pretty new. and just enjoying my time with him. You know, we're still like getting to know each other. We're still learning how to communicate. We're still learning what the other likes to do and what they do on their free time and the weekends. And so, but it's been so nice, and I'm so happy with him, and he's the best. So hopefully this one sticks, you guys. Hopefully this one sticks, because like, comment down below if you have seen my heartbreak videos or found my channel for my heartbreak videos, because for a hot minute those breakup heartbreak videos were the most viewed videos on my channel. Everyone wanted to know what happened with Gabe. Gabe was his code name, by the way. It's not his real name. What part are we on? I forget. I literally haven't told you anything since my concealer. Okay, the powder that I used to set my face was the Tarte Kind is the New Pretty. It's just powder. It's in the shade light beige, because I'm a pale princess. And then did I even tell you? I did tell you the NYX concealer. Okay, and then the bronzer I used was Kat Von D. I use the middle shade because I do like to look tan, so I don't use the lightest one. I use the middle one because I also don't want to be like inappropriate and disrespectful. So I don't use the darkest shade. But yeah, I love that stuff. And then what did I do? Did I go in with blush? This blush I got in like an Ipsy bag, so like, I don't know. It's Laura Seller New York. It says Tropic Hues. I really like it because it's got more than just pink in it. It's got a couple different tones, and so it doesn't look super pink. I'm not a big blush girly because my face is already kind of naturally red, so I feel like I just don't need it. And then I'm about to go in with some highlighter, and it's the Tarte Stunner. That's the shade. But yeah, I love this stuff, as you can see. So okay, I think that's everything. I think we're caught up on the makeup. Good news is I did not lose my job. I do not have a new job. If you saw that on the thumbnail, that was 100% clickbait, because that's another one of my most viewed videos, is when I lost my job and the story of why I lost my job. And what I did is like an unemployed 29-year-old or maybe 28-year-old girl living at home. Like, that was a pretty popular video of mine, so I just wanted to like throw it out there. But I am still at my job. I still absolutely 4,000% love my job and have the best job in the world. I love my coworkers. I love my bosses. Like, I'm so happy at work. I love my friends. It's great. I love my kids. Okay, let's get to this one. This one is a roller coaster of a story, you guys. I did in fact lose a tooth. That was not clickbait. That was not clickbait. Way back in like 2015 or 16, I got a crown done. I've had it in my mouth since then. I could do a whole video on that story because that one is wild and scary and not fun. Not that this one's fun. April 25th. I was gonna say about 2 weeks ago, and then I was like, wait, I know the date. April 25th. I'm sitting on my bed. I'm eating some chicken, as I do. Love chicken. Pulls my crown off. Crown comes popping out of my mouth. I luckily feel it and I don't bite it, so I didn't crack the tooth in half, thankfully. So I immediately like called just like an emergency dentist place and was like, hey, can I come in? Can you put my crown back on for me? And at first they were like, oh, our dentist is full for the day, but we could get you in at 8 a.m. I have to be to work at 8:45, so I was like, oh, well, I guess like it's better than nothing. You know, it's like 5:45 at night. These people close at 7. So I was like, dang, like they can't get me in tonight. I was really hoping to get in tonight so I wouldn't have to miss any work for this. But if anything, maybe I'll just be a little late, because how long does it take to pop a crown back on? Well, the lady on the phone, I don't know if she could just hear like the desperation in my voice, but she was like, okay, well, I just asked the dentist and they said like if you can be here in 10 minutes that she will fit you in tonight. And I was like, oh, bless up, I will be there. I was 8 minutes away. So I hopped in the car with my mom because I'm afraid of the dentist, so someone has to go with me. And I was like, let's go. So I get there thinking that they will just pop my crown back on, right? I'm already in tears though because I'm afraid of the dentist, because I had a very traumatic experience when I first got my crown in. And again, that's a whole other video in and of itself. But I was like, I was pretty scared. Anyway, so I go there. They take me back there. They do an x-ray. The dentist looks at my tooth, like underneath my crown, you know. And she's like, okay, so bad news, I can't put the crown back on because you have a cavity in that tooth and it's so close to your nerve that we can't fix it like a normal cavity. You need a root canal. Excuse me, ma'am, what? Then they go on to tell me that the insurance that I have will only cover part of the cost. So it's gonna cost, I think, out of pocket, I think it was around, I don't remember if it was $900 or I think it was $1,300 total out of pocket just to fix the tooth, get the root canal, and then put a crown back on. Also, because of the traumatic experience that I've had at the dentist before, and because of how I was when I was there, this lady was like, I highly recommend that you be put out, but I don't know when like we will have an anesthesiologist here to do that for you. So we go out there, we talk to the like office lady, and she's like, so the next time we could get you in with an anesthesiologist and an endo whatever who can do your root canal plus a dentist who can put your crown back on is going to be May 13th. It was April 25th. I said, are you serious? I can't live like this till May 13th. Are you serious? I mean, they put the crown back on temporarily, like with temporary cement, and so they were like, don't eat or drink anything on this side, don't eat anything hot or cold on that side because it's gonna mess with your tooth and it could come off again, or your crown and it could come off again. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I'm freaking out. I'm like in tears. I'm just like, what? I cannot live like this until May 13th. Like, and I don't have $1,300 to pay for this. Like, I'm screwed. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, this is not okay. This is not good. And the administrative lady is really, really nice. And she's like, I'll call around to our other offices tomorrow and see if they have an opening sooner. But let's just go ahead and make you the appointment for May 13th. Let's sign you up for like Smile Care or Care Credit or something like that. You know, and she does it for me. She's like, good news, you're approved for $2,000. So that'll cover it. It'll be $100 a month after that. Like, you don't have to pay $1,300 out of pocket. And I was like, bless you, you angel of a being. Like, you are amazing. Then the next day she calls me and is like, bad news, like I don't have any dentists that can like get you in sooner. None of our offices have anything available. So then she goes above and beyond and calls all these other dentist place for me around the city and is like, I found like this place and this place and this place who have anesthesiologists because our anesthesiologist is like a private contractor, so they charge $600 an hour and we'd have to book you out for at least 2 hours, but it could go into 3. So that would be $1,800 on top of the $1,300 that I was already paying, and the $1,800 would have to be paid up front. They don't do payment plans for anesthesiologists. So I was like, I guess we'll just skip the anesthesiologist and hope for the fracking best. So the plan was for me to go in May 13th and just do like the gas or the numbing stuff. I don't know. I think it was the gas with their endo whatever and their dentist, and they were going to take care of my root canal and my crown. But mind you, these people are not my regular dentist. They're not the person that I go see, that I'm supposed to go see every 3 months. But I hadn't seen my dentist in about 3 years because December 2019, I turned 26, so I lost my mom's insurance. 3 months later, COVID happened. I hadn't found insurance yet. Then I lost both my jobs. I didn't start being an RVT until May of 2021. Then I had to work a certain amount of time in order to get insurance with the company that I worked with, and I couldn't afford it, so I didn't end up getting it. It wasn't until I started this job back in August of 2022 that I finally had dental insurance again. Now, if you couldn't tell from my stories, I'm afraid of the dentist. So it was never my top priority to go and see them, but thank God I at least had the dental insurance. So I was like, well, since I'm going through all this anyway, like let me just make an appointment to go see my actual dentist who like knows my teeth, knows my mouth, like is the one who put my crown on back in 2016 or 15, whenever it was. And they were angels, and they got me in May 1st. So at this point, almost like a week since I had lost the crown. So I was living with it like in the temporary state for about 6 days at this point. And my boyfriend was so sweet. He went with me and held my hand because, again, I'm afraid of the dentist. So I get in there. He looks at my teeth. He's like, well, like, is it bothering you, like, the crown? And he's like, you know, before all this happened? And I was like, no. He's like, it doesn't hurt when you eat or anything? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, is it sensitive to cold? And I was like, no. And he was like, okay, then I want to pop it off and take a look myself, because I can't see it even with the x-rays because the crown covers it. And I was like, okay. And so he pops off my crown, he looks at it, and he was like, you don't have a cavity. Like, you don't need a root canal. I don't know what those people saw. I don't know if they were just trying to get your money, but you don't need a root canal. He goes, I do think we should make you a new crown, because yours is about 8 years old and they only last about 10 years. So since it's already popping off, like, let's just go ahead and take it off. And get you a new one. So they make me an appointment for like a week later. That was a horrific appointment, but they do an impression to make me my new crown and put it in. And good news is I will have my permanent crown May 25th, so it'll be exactly 1 month since I lost my crown to when I get my new one. But good news is I don't need a root canal, I don't need an anesthesiologist, and again, I don't have the best insurance, so it's still costing me $600 out of pocket, but $600 is way more affordable and doable in my little budget world than $1,300 plus $1,800 would have been. I think it would have been $3,500 out of pocket had I gone to the other place. And so, needless to say, I canceled that appointment on the 13th, which was yesterday. So, we did not go see them. But, yeah. That is my tooth story. We are also pretty much done. The only thing I have left is mascara. I love this mascara. It is the Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. Best mascara in my opinion, which also kind of brings us to the end of our story time. Those are pretty much the biggest things that have been going on in my life. I have a boyfriend and I lost a tooth. I did not lose my job. I am not quitting social media. I'm not quitting YouTube. It is still something that I love to do and that I enjoy to do. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking around. If you did, if you didn't unsubscribe during my hiatus, I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really, really supports me and my channel. And if you guys liked me, pretty please hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every Sunday and Thursday, usually. At 11 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, okay, love you, bye.